Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 17 and beyond in Candy Crush. And we are working with Mort's helmet in the Magic Dash. We've beaten 3 levels in a row, and so we have got Mort's magical red helmet. We're going to bring in with us 3 extra moves, a color bomb, a striped candy, and a wrapped candy for every level we play. And this is a game that shows up every so often, usually every week, toward the end of the week, around Thursday or Friday. So we have 22 moves, thanks to Mort, to collect 4 ingredients. The ingredients are up here. We need to deposit them down here into any one of these columns, but they're stuck in these little fingers, so it's going to be a little extra work than we're used to normally. And we've got some that are off to the side, and those ones off to the side can be very tricky. So I'm going to look for any specials that I can to help me, and then also use the specials that Mort gave me. Notice how well a wrapped candy works on a board like this. I'm saving this until I think I really need it. Well, I can make a stripe going this way, and now that's the only thing that stands between me and getting that down. I'm kind of going around and about looking for different places to put things. Okay, so I've collected 2. These are the only 2 I have left that I need to get rid of, and I've got 2 of these color bombs to help me. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. I'll take out all purple from the board, concentrate those colors down. Of course I can't reach blue, and that's the only color I need to reach. Well, we'll just have to keep working on that. Or we can always try to set this off too. That's the other thing. There we go. Now we've got another opportunity. So we just work these ingredients down to collect them into the arrows. Every once in a while the arrows will be missing, and you have to assume where the arrows are. In these beginning levels, usually every column has an arrow attached to it. Of course, we got our 3 stars, and we beat this on the first playthrough, so that means we will get a golden crown spot to mark forever and always that we beat this on the first try. If you're in danger of not beating something on the first try, you can always consider using some of your in-game boosters too. Right now we have lolly hammers that might help us to achieve getting a gold crown spot. Okay, on to level 18. We always want to check out what our mission is as soon as we unfreeze. Here we go. So level 18, we're allowed to bring in fish and color bombs as our extra boosters because this is a hard level. We might want to consider that. The bubblegum troll and the clouds indicate that this is a hard level. But we're going to go ahead and try without. Oh, I remember why this is tough. We have 19 moves, thanks to Mort's helmet, to clear out 20 jelly. Now notice that these jelly are white instead of translucent. That means they are double thick. That means we have to strike them twice to get rid of them completely. Also, we've got this big divot in the center here, which means it's going to be hard, especially to reach these little guys in the corners. So I'm going to try to make use of all of these specials I have on the board, and actually I'm going to try to make more specials. If I could get an orange here, that would work, but this is really high to the top. If I can get a blue here, that would work. And I have a better shot at that because, oh, well, now I don't. So say I can drop the purple through and try to get something to happen. Let's see. I'm looking for opportunities to work in the areas that I know are going to be difficult to reach in, and also looking for opportunities to get specials to work together. When there are only 4 colors on the board, it's easy to create specials, but it's also easy to have them accidentally detonate. So I don't worry if I don't quite make it. Here, I'm going to do this. Now notice there's this invisible portal here. Things dropped straight through. Sometimes the portals are shown by a little swirly spot, and sometimes things just operate like they're on a portal. You just have to kind of deal with whatever the board gives you. I'm still holding off on this until it's in a space where I think it can be of most use to me. I don't have a lot of orange aimed where I need it to be. I'm actually taking out some of this to work directly here against these guys. There we go. So I just have 2 more. I can get them without using my specials. And that's how we beat this level, paying attention to what happens down here. clearing out the jelly, striking it twice because it's double thick. Go, fish, go. And of course the fish come to gobble up things based on how many moves we had left. The more moves we have left when we beat the game, the more fish will have come to gobble things up for us. Okay, so that's level 18, on to level 19. But first we've unlocked another booster. This is a switch hand. We get free switches. When a booster is introduced to us, generally we get a store of them for free. So we will see those appear up here for us. Oh, and it's time to spin our wheel, I bet. I haven't spun the wheel today. So this is another area where we can get free boosters. You see this wheel? We click on it, and it's a little lottery here. Now you'd think that, we have one chance to get a coconut wheel, one to get a striped wrapped combo, so on and so forth. One chance out of 8 to get a jackpot, but it does not operate that way. It's a 1 in a kabajillion chance to get a jackpot. It's totally rigged against you, and it's mostly rigged to give us fish. It would be hilarious if I got a jackpot. No. Notice that it's going to always stop short of the jackpot, or you're going to think it's going to land on the jackpot, and then suddenly it speeds up and it gets you over to a coconut wheel. That would be so common. Don't frustrate yourself. There are other ways to get boosters. You get 1 free per day. Don't worry about the jackpot. That would just give you, I don't know, maybe a total of 8 of all the, one of each of the different boosters. So it's not a big deal that you don't get it. Okay, so on to level 19. There are pre-game boosters or entry boosters that we saw we could bring in, the fish and the color bomb. And then there are in-game boosters, the lolly hammer and the switch hand. Now we also have the UFO and the paintbrush, and we may get those for free eventually. But other than that, we have to pay for them. The lolly hammer and the switch hand can be replenished by the spin of a wheel or by collecting sugar drops, and we'll learn about sugar drops later. So here, because of Mort, we have 38 moves to clear out 43 jelly. And notice we've got double thick jelly, and we've got divots. We've got these little cutouts, so it's going to be tough to do. I could try to do this right away, because if I don't take this opportunity, it's probably going to disappear. I'm probably going to make a move that's going to knock it out of position. But I think that's okay, actually. I know that a color bomb wrapped candy is really good on this board, but I don't have a lot of green up here, and so it just didn't seem like the best opportunity. It's really hard to let go of those specials sometimes, or to see a special that we can create on the board and then just to ignore it and go with a move that doesn't create a special. But sometimes that's the best thing for us. Not always, and it may have been a mistake not to do that. We could have a debate on it. But I just like my odds better of kind of playing around with something else here. I'm going to bring this more down to the bottom here. And I might still match those up. It's not a bad opportunity. It just didn't seem like the right time to take that opportunity. See, like I've gotten it back again. And now I could also match with blue. But I do like green now because I've got a green here and I've got that all cleared out. I think now is the time to do this. And because the wrapped candy has a double explosion, notice it's taking out 2 layers of a lot of these jelly. So I just have 2 jelly left. 1, 2. I can take this out. And presumably, there, that was left to me. I can take that out. So that's how I chose to beat this level. You will find, if you watch enough of my videos, that I sometimes make decisions that might go against intuition. But then also, I just totally miss some things. And that's going to happen, especially as I'm talking through things. I'm going to miss opportunities. And you can point them out to me, and I will totally acknowledge that, yeah, sometimes there was a color bomb right there. Why didn't you make that color bomb? I didn't see it. Okay, so here's level 20. We only have 1 special that we can bring in if we want, and that's a color bomb. But notice we've got this symbol here. It's an hourglass. What that tells me is this is going to be a timed level. So, and I'll be embarrassed if I explain all of this and it doesn't end up being a timed level, because every once in a while they get the symbols wrong. But with a timed level, let me give you some advice. The first piece of advice is to work low to the ground to encourage cascading. That's when we create a move and then that move disrupts things and creates subsequent moves. If we get an additional, I think it's 4 moves after our initial move, that will create on a timed level a little candy that has a +5 on it. And that +5 will add 5 seconds to our time clock. What we're going to have to do on a timed level is get a certain number of points within a certain amount of time on the clock. On the old platform, we could always see in advance what our goals were, and we could kind of look from the map screen and see what the level would look like. We don't have that opportunity here. We're just going to jump in. But I'll also show you another way to kind of get your bearings. If I go over here, see I've got a minute to get 15,000, and then I go here and I hit quit. I don't get to see the level anymore, but I can process what I saw. I've got a minute and I've got a fairly open board. I want to make moves down here. Plus remember I've got Mort's help on this. Instead of hitting end game, I'm going to hit play on. Now this isn't a very significant help on this board, but if you want to play on the old platform, and I can teach you how to do that if you really like the old platform, if you prefer it. If you play on the old platform, you can often see the banner is smaller, so you can see what's going on in the background and see where your next move might be. So I'm going to hit play on, and I'm going to jump in. I'm going to make moves low to the ground to encourage cascading, and I really want as many color bombs. Oh, did you see that +5? As many color bombs as I can on the board. That's going to get me the most points. Also, striped wrapped combos get me a lot of points. So I could quit the level right now, and I would still win because I've got a star. Look at this. Now the best way to get points, you know how we like to combine specials? Not on a timed level. On a timed level, we'll get more points just by taking out an individual color. Plus, it concentrates the colors and makes it more likely for us to get these cascades that result in the +5s, plus opportunities to make more color bombs and other specials. So we always want to hold off on combining a color bomb with a special, almost always. Now there will be some timed levels where you are in a situation where you've got a lot of frosting on the board, and you've got to clear out the frosting so you have space to bring in, you'll see frosting in the future, it's just these little barriers. So if you've got barriers on the board, that would be the exception to the rule. You want to combine a color bomb with a striped or a wrapped candy. You want to make that combo to clear out space so you've got, some space to make some specials and things like that. Alright, so I've got my 3 stars, and I think I've told you just about everything I want to tell you about timed levels for this initial timed level. Don't get too stressed. Either encourage the production of adrenaline to help you by doing some exercising right beforehand if these stress you out, or actually try to relax if you find that that works better. Also, some people will find that playing without the sound and music helps them, and some people will find playing with the sound and music helps them. So vary it if you're struggling with these timed levels and see how best your body functions to deal with them. Okay, so there's Tiffy, and she's got the machine, and we've beat level 20 now. Let's go to the map screen and see what's happening here. Episode 2 complete. Wow, splendid days. And so now we get to go on to the next episode. I will see you on the next episode. If you would like to see more videos, you can subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.